Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I'm going to be starting a new MGTOW series. This MGTOW series is going to be called MGTOW Money, and this is going to be different from my regular MGTOW videos, because my regular MGTOW videos I share, MGTOW experiences, knowledge, just MGTOW stuff in general. MGTOW Money is going to be something I was thinking about for a while, just something focused on how I as a MGTOW can help fellow MGTOWs save money and how to expand their business minds, okay? So, as an intro to this series, I'm going to be talking about why it's not worth shopping in local stores anymore. Now, I was in the mall today. I was walking through several stores: Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Saks Off Fifth. Saks Off Fifth is a very popular store that has a lot of the high-end stuff. Versace shoes, Versace underwear, Hugo Boss suits, Ermenegildo Zegna suits, Armani suits, Gucci suits, Louis Vuitton stuff. So I was just walking through all these places, and as I see, almost every store I pass is like 70% off, clearance sale, and you know, oh, you know, save now, 70% savings every single day, and stuff like that. And then I thought to myself, how could you possibly save? How could you possibly sell things for 70% off and still thrive as a business? You're giving your customers 70% off, so how are you surviving business-wise? And let me tell you guys that through the whole internet age, and ever since internet shopping has become a thing, many of these local stores have just collapsed in businesses, because as I go to the mall, I see less and less people there. It's barely populated nowadays. Even 10 years back, it was still pretty packed on Saturdays, Fridays, whatever. Now, granted it was a Monday, but even if I go on, Fridays and Saturdays, whatever, it's not as packed as it was back in the day. And this is because the internet scene is a place where you could save a lot of money. See, this is what happens. The regular local stores were scamming people out of money for a long time already. But ever since the internet sort of came about, they find it hard to do so, because here's what regular stores would do. They would buy stuff from the warehouses, or, whether it's a designer warehouse or they're getting it from some sort of other warehouse, they would call them up and say, okay, I need 100 Hugo Boss suits, right? Or like 10 Hugo Boss suits. And then usually one Hugo Boss suit goes for $300. So, it would cost $3,000 for 10 suits, right? Normally. What they would get is they would get these deals. They were in the business, whatever. They would get 10 suits for maybe, I'd say $1,000. Maybe 1,500, 1,000, whatever, something around that range. And then they would get it into their store, and then they would sell it full price, or even at a higher price, for $400 suit, stuff like that. It's basic business. But ever since the internet came about, sales are collapsing. And this is why I urge everybody to just shop online. Anything you want to find, anything you want to buy, look online first. And if you don't believe me, go to the stores in person and then just write down the price, or just compare it on your phone, right? You see something, write down the item number or search up the item number on your phone and check various internet websites. eBay is not too reliable because they'll be probably selling used things, or but check other websites, and I guarantee that you'll find it at a cheaper price. And here's the great part: you don't even have to leave your house. You do not even have to step outside. You just order. Most of the time you get free shipping, free returns nowadays too. In the beginning of the internet age, it's like, oh, you buy something, but you have to buy with caution, because returning it, you have to pay a restocking fee, and you have to pay the return shipping and all this stuff. Nowadays, you get mostly free returns. You know, no restocking fee, no return shipping that you have to pay. They cover everything, right? So it just doesn't make sense anymore. And now, you know, you have food shopping and all this stuff online too, and you could save a lot of money doing that as well. You know, granted, the selection is not as great. You know, I have yet to find a website that could sell fresh fruits and vegetables and meats and stuff like that for I don't even know if that exists to begin with, but if it does, you know, it'd be pretty pricey because they got to put ice packs or they got to do overnight shipping and all this stuff. So that's not really too reliable, honestly. But if you're buying like cereal or ramen noodles or any sort of non-perishable item, canned products, canned soups, canned beans, all this stuff, they have it on either Amazon or eBay or any other website. You'll get it for a lot cheaper than you'll get it at the supermarket. So that's my first tip. That's my intro to the series, guys. Check online. Always check online first. Even if you're looking to buy a Rolex. Even if you're looking to buy a designer suit. Always check online first, okay? And just make sure that you get a legit website. Because, you know, another thing with shopping online is that there could be a lot of scam websites. You could go and you could search the item and it'll pop up, oh yeah, you know, Hugo Boss suits for $50, and then you're like, wow, that's a steal. You know, they usually cost $300 to $400, $500 even at the store. And then you check it and all the pictures are good and the website looks legit, but it could be one of these scammer websites where you pay them and they take your information and they don't send you any product at all, or they'll send you a product of very inferior quality, like basically Chinatown fake garbage. You know, you order a Ralph Lauren polo hat, you'll get one that instead of saying polo in the back, it'll say Rolo or Bolo or freaking Solo or something like that. You know, it's just always these funny rip-offs that they do instead. And not to break the whole copyright infringement thing because those people could get sued. So instead of putting Polo, they put like Solo. Instead of putting Rolex, they put like, let me see, like they put like, let's see, Roly without the X or something, or like, you know, Bolex or something like that. Bollocks, more like it. But anyway. So yeah, that's my tip, guys. If you're gonna shop online, it's the best thing to do for the best prices. Like I said, you could do this. You could go to the stores in person. Oh yeah, and also you don't have to pay sale tax online most of the time, so you're saving even more money there. You're saving gas, or you know, walking time. You're saving taxes. You're saving just a lot of stuff doing that. But like I said, find a legitimate website. You know. If you have to, go with the whole eBay thing. But I'm going to touch upon that in another video, how I get really nice deals off of eBay for super, super, super cheap. I could get some really nice designer stuff, like Versace belts, like authentic Versace stuff, or belts, whatever, for like a very small fraction of the price. Instead of paying $400 for a belt, I could probably pay like $200. And it's 100% authentic. But anyway, guys, that's another video. Hope you guys enjoy this new series. I'm going to alternate between regular MGTOW videos and MGTOW Money because, like I said, you guys could learn a little bit of things about finance. I'm going to get into business stuff in future videos, stock market stuff, investing in precious metals, basic stuff like that that a MGTOW would find useful, trying to save money and using his money to invest wisely and spend wisely. Thank you.